Why giving attention to everything is making you weak. In today's world, the most valuable thing you have is not money or time, it is your attention. Everyone wants it. Some people use sweet words, some create drama, some compare you with others, and without realizing it, you start paying attention to everything. That's where the problem begins. Your mind stays busy all the time. You feel tired even when you haven't done real work. You stay active all day, but you don't move forward in life. You feel like you're doing a lot, but you're not getting anywhere. The truth is simple. Most people are not trying to help you, they are trying to control your focus. When you react to every message, every comment, every small issue, your energy spreads in all directions. Nothing stays with you. Slowly, you stop living by your own choices. Other people start deciding your mood. Other people start affecting your thoughts. Other people start controlling your actions. This is the real danger of reacting too much. The moment someone triggers you and you react instantly, they win. You may feel like you defended yourself, but in reality, you showed them how to disturb you. A strong person is not someone who reacts fast. A strong person is someone who chooses what deserves attention. Ignoring is not running away. Ignoring means understanding that not every noise deserves your mind. Attention is power, but most people give it away for free. You read every message, you check every notification, you think about every opinion, and slowly those people sit inside your head. They change your mood, they affect your decisions, they shape your behavior. You think you're just listening, but actually you're giving away control little by little. That's why ignoring is important. Ignoring is how you take your power back. When you stop giving attention to useless things, your energy starts returning to you. When energy comes back, focus becomes stronger. When focus becomes stronger, respect starts growing naturally. Weak people look at every sound. Strong people choose what truly matters. Ignoring doesn't mean fear, it means intelligence. The day you learn what not to listen to, your mind becomes clear. And when your mind is clear, you finally see the right path. Real strength doesn't come from noise, it comes from choice. If you stop reacting to everything around you, you'll realize that most problems were never real, they were only stealing your attention. What you must start ignoring and how to do it. Now that you understand why ignoring is powerful, the real question is, what exactly should you ignore? 1. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make. You feel the need to explain your decisions, your actions, and your choices to everyone. You try to prove that you are right. You give reasons so that others will understand you. But here is the truth. People who want to understand you don't need long explanations. And people who don't want to understand you will never be satisfied, no matter how much you explain. The more you explain, the weaker your position becomes. You give others more chances to question you, argue with you, and twist your words. Silence is powerful because it leaves no holes for others to attack. When you stop unnecessary explanations, you send a clear message. You don't need everyone's approval. Either people understand on their own, or they slowly walk away. Both are good for you. 2. Ignore drama and negativity. Drama survives only when you react to it. When someone tries to insult you, provoke you, or spread negativity, they're not looking for a solution, they are looking for your attention. The moment you argue, get angry, or start defending yourself, you give them what they want. But when you don't react, the game ends there. Without your reaction, drama dies. Your silence confuses people who expected a reaction, and that is when their power over you starts breaking. Ignoring negativity is not weakness, it is a sign of a calm and strong mind. 3. Limit your availability. You don't have to reply to every call and every message instantly, but most people do. When you are always available, you silently tell others that your time is cheap. They start believing they can reach you anytime, and slowly your value goes down in their eyes. Instant replies show that you have no priorities, that your life revolves around others. But when you start replying on your own time, people begin to respect your space. Respect doesn't come from asking, it comes from limited access. 4. Watch how people test your boundaries. People don't test you with questions, they test you with reactions. They say or do small things just to see how quickly you react. If you react every time, they learn how to control you. But when you stay calm and don't respond immediately, they become unsure, and that confusion protects your boundaries. Silence here is not weakness, it is control. The moment you stop explaining, stop reacting, and stop being available to everyone, people start seeing you very differently. Make your work speak, not your words. One big habit that weakens your value is talking too much about your plans. You tell people what you're going to do. You explain your ideas. You share your goals before you even start working on them. And people listen, but they don't take you seriously. Why? Because when you talk too much about your plans, it feels like you are trying to prove something. It looks like you need validation before taking action. The more you speak, the less powerful your words become. But when you stay quiet and start working silently, something changes. People begin to notice results instead of promises, and results always create more respect than words. Words ask for attention. Work pulls attention automatically. So speak less, do more. Let people see the change instead of hearing about it. Another important thing you must learn to ignore is emotional attachment to the wrong people. Not every relationship is healthy for you. Some people stay in your life only because of habit, some because of guilt, some because you are afraid to let them go. But deep inside, you already know that they slow you down, they drain your energy, they fill your mind with confusion, they keep you stuck in old patterns. Ignoring here does not mean becoming heartless. It means protecting your growth. You cannot carry everyone and still move forward. Sometimes ignoring certain people is necessary to clear your mind. When your mind becomes lighter, your thinking becomes sharper. And when your thinking becomes sharper, your path becomes clearer. This is a survival skill. If something or someone is pulling you backward, you must slowly disconnect. Otherwise, you will keep trying hard in life, but never really progress. Here's what happens when you truly learn to ignore what doesn't matter. People who once took you lightly start noticing you. Why? Because you are no longer easily available. You're no longer reacting. You're no longer explaining yourself. Your silence, your distance, and your boundaries make you rare. And humans always value what is rare. The person who is always available is ignored. The person who knows how to ignore becomes respected. Remember this: the one who reacts to everything loses power. The one who ignores unnecessary things gains control. Ignoring is not weakness. It is choosing where your attention belongs. When you stop trying to be seen and start focusing on your work, people begin to see you without you saying a single word. how ignoring brings back your focus and respect. When you start ignoring the right things, something surprising happens. Your mind becomes quieter. Earlier, your thoughts were crowded. Too many voices, too many opinions, too many reactions. But now, there is space. And in that space, you can finally think clearly. You start noticing how much energy you were wasting on things that never truly mattered. Small arguments, unnecessary discussions, pointless notifications. People who only wanted attention, not connection. All of it was stealing your focus. Ignoring is not just about people. It is also about ignoring distractions that slowly eat your time. Scrolling without purpose, checking your phone again and again, thinking about what others said hours ago. These habits look small, but they drain your mental strength. The moment you reduce these distractions, your focus becomes sharp. You begin to finish tasks faster. You start feeling lighter. You feel more in control of your day. This is where real confidence begins, not from shouting, not from arguing, but from having a calm and clear mind. And when your mind is calm, your actions become powerful. Another thing you will notice is how people's behavior changes toward you. Earlier, they were used to getting instant reactions from you, instant replies, instant explanations, instant emotions. Now they don't get that, and this confuses them. They start thinking before speaking to you. They start respecting your time. They start valuing your presence. Why? Because you are no longer easy to reach. You are no longer emotionally available for every small thing. You have become selective, and selectiveness creates value. You didn't ask for respect. You created it by controlling your attention. That's the power of ignoring. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to argue with anyone. Your behavior starts speaking for you. Your calmness becomes your strength. Your silence becomes your message. You also begin to feel something new, peace. A peace that comes from not being pulled into every situation. A peace that comes from knowing you don't have to respond to everything. You choose what deserves your mind, and that choice changes everything. When your mind stops reacting to noise, you finally hear your own thoughts clearly, and that's where real control begins. The real power of ignoring. At first, ignoring feels strange. You feel like you should reply. You feel like you should explain. You feel like you should react. But slowly, you realize something important. Most things never needed your reaction in the first place. They only needed your attention to survive. And when you stop feeding them attention, they disappear on their own. This is when you understand the real power of ignoring. You are no longer controlled by people's words. You are no longer disturbed by small situations. You are no longer pulled into unnecessary drama. You start living with intention. You choose where your mind goes. You choose what deserves your time. You choose what truly matters. And this choice changes your personality. You become calmer. You become more focused. You become harder to disturb. Not because you became cold, but because you became clear. Clear about your priorities. Clear about your boundaries. Clear about your value. People around you start noticing the change. They may not say it directly, but they feel it. You don't react like before. You don't argue like before. You don't try to prove yourself like before. And this makes you look strong. Because strength is not loud. Real strength is quiet. The person who reacts to everything looks emotional. The person who ignores unnecessary things looks in control. And control always earns respect. You also realize something else. You have more time now. Time to think, time to work, time to improve yourself. Because your energy is no longer scattered, it is focused. This is when progress becomes visible. You start moving forward without feeling tired. You start achieving things without stress, all because you learned one simple skill: what not to give attention to. Remember this: you don't have to attend every argument. You don't have to answer every message. You don't have to react to every opinion. Your attention is valuable. Spend it carefully, because the moment you stop reacting to everything, you start controlling everything that truly matters in your life. The day you master the art of ignoring what doesn't matter is the day your life starts moving in the direction you actually want. If you like the video, do like, share, and subscribe.